Well, hello there. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Mary. Welcome, Angela. Welcome, Crafty and Living Purpose on there. How's everybody doing today? What about you, ladies?
Doing great. I'm doing fantastic. At a wonderful psychic fair at the Lafayette Hotel yesterday. It was amazing. The readings were just fantastic. And I was able to validate information that people hadn't shared with anybody else. And that's just validation from spirit. And it's just an amazing experience. I especially love it when people's animals and pets have passed and they come through. And this one person I was reading for her horse came through, her horse who had passed. And I said, like, he's a chestnut horse. First I knew this was a male and this was a chestnut colored horse. And when you went out to see him every day, you touch noses, he'd be face to face. And she said, yeah. And he was chestnut with a little bit of white down the center. He had white down the center, a little bit pink nose, and he had a little white in his chest. And she said, yes, that's exactly what he looked like. And if you know horses, usually you hardly ever see a chestnut with a little bit of white in the chest. It's usually chestnut. Maybe they have a blaze on their nose, but usually not white in their chest. But he had a white spot on his chest.
Wow.
And so she knew that was him coming through.
Pretty interesting. Yeah, we went on a ghost investigation Saturday night at a cemetery and got some good responses. We haven't listened to the EVPs yet, but we got these coffins, room pods, and it plays music and it opens up with lights in it.
Oh.
And since I've got them since past year, it's the first time they went off. Was at the cemetery, and it was very interesting. And we got we'll be posting stuff probably tonight or tomorrow about it and a few pictures, but we're getting everything together. But that's what we've been doing. What about you, Mary?
Busy with work and school stuff and all the fun adulting stuff, regular life.
There you go. Curtis says he can't hear any audio. Make sure you're not muted on your YouTube page, Curtis. So, yeah, he must got some technical difficulties. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we are talking, and you want dear Angela or myself or somebody to look into something for you, go ahead and say, I do. And I will put you in line. So if you can't hear us, let us know. Angela, you can hear us okay, right?
Absolutely. I can hear you just fine.
Okay, good deal. Yeah, Curtis, check your YouTube muted. Chris, all right, good. Everybody can hear us there for Girlis. Yes, thank you, Nilda. So Justin Decker is walking around with some assistance, so that's really good. So we still need to make sure and send out prayers, not only to Justin, but his friends and family, and also to Jennifer McDaniels. And also keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, a little twisted. She's still a little under the weather with some medical concerns and issues, but let's make sure and keep a little twist in her prayers and everybody else. So thank you, Nilda. That's right, Kathy and Nilda. Thank you very much. So what do you got excited coming up, Angela?
Well, I do have another psychic fair event that's coming up at Sand Hill Stable. So speaking of horses, this is all they do. It's equestrian everything. So equestrian training, working with horses, learning how to handle horses, how to ride horses, how to train horses, learning equestrian sports. And this is Sand Hill Stables. Like, this is all they do in Ohio, in this one place in Ohio. And I'll be there in September. I believe September, well, it'll be early September I'll be there, but you'll see it on my Facebook page. And I will be there doing psychic readings there. The whole event is to help raise money for the stables so they can expand their programs. And then they have a lot of programs for kids and families who don't, they may not otherwise have this opportunity to work with horses. And horses, there are amazing, gifted animals for sure. And I've encountered so many horses in spirit readings. They're just so aware of us, and they have such a deep connection with us and us with them. I mean, their relationship goes back thousands and thousands of years, and to have them be a spirit guide for us, and that means, how special is that to have that connection with them, and they with us, and even people that that have issues or disabilities or autism, and when they are working with horses with them, how much more responsive the children are, and how much better off they are when they have that connection with horses. So that's very special. I can't wait to go and actually, hopefully meet some horses there. And the horses, when they get a chance to, they're basically 1,100-pound toddlers sometimes, and just like to goof around for sure. So
Right.
that's really special to be around.
You gonna be at the fair on the 24th? Somebody's asking you.
Yeah. So let me actually look it up here, because if I go to my Facebook page, I'll show it. It is on my Facebook page. Yeah, it is coming up. I also have in September 27th, I have a psychic readings at the Anchorage Mansion in Marietta again. And let me see where the Sand Hill Stables will be happening. Just a moment. Let me take a look here at that real quick.
Curtis, I see you wearing your Bigfoot pineapple shirt. Anyway.
So the Sand Hill ones, let me think here. It's September. Oh, hang on. I got it here. I have to look at my calendar really quickly. So September 14th is going to be Sand Hill Stable in Mantua, Ohio. That's on 4311 Ohio 303 is the address in Mantua, Ohio. And September 27th is the Psychic Portrait Art at the Anchorage Mansion in Marietta, Ohio. That's in 424 George Street. And the 25th and the 26th of October, the Psychic Riches at the Old Paulding Jail, where I will be doing readings at the Old Paulding Haunted Jail in Paulding, Ohio, on 112 South William Street in Paulding. And then, of course, Paulding, Ohio is one of these really teeny tiny little towns, and with a gas station, a body shop.
Angela, where'd you go? Hello. Well, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, Angela will be right back, as Angela's starting to probably sign back in. If you want some readings done tonight with some runes and some extra information, just put "I do" in the comments. And yeah, I know that's what I said. I said, "Oh no," too. She was freezing up some, so maybe she's had a bad connection. I don't know why, but her and Julian always get zapped. I just don't get it. Hello there, welcome. Can you tell me if my ex is regretting the breakup? Okay, we'll put that in line. What happened?
I don't know. I was just getting my calendar, and then it cut you off, so I don't know why it did that. But I had to go to my graphic design program and grab my calendar. But yeah. So I'll be a little busy. There is coming up in November too. There's a Gift of Light Expo in Columbus that hopefully Chris and I will be attending together, and Mary, and we'll all be there. And you'll have the aura photography. I will be doing my psychic portraits, and that will be an awesome event. The Gift of Light Expo in Columbus is usually a pretty incredible experience as far as the psychic fairs and Gift of Light Expo, and whatever else comes up.
That's
I'm
pretty cool.
sure I have some other things coming up, and possibly I might be going back to Ash Cave and doing paranormal investigations then. So there's a few things going on.
Well,
And
that's
Chris
really
wants,
cool and interesting.
oh, Ash Cave is something, and it was something to have Martha Hite come through from Ash Cave and help cross the woman over, the spirit that was attached to me, help her cross over. The sweet old lady. She didn't have to do that, but she was always kind and noted for her kindness, and that was so sweet of her to come over and help move another spirit over, cross a spirit over for me, and that's wonderful. And so, what was going on with my dog this week? An active, funny, and crazy, and out of character. Okay, Chris, let's see what the runes have to say. What is going on with your dog? So, what is going on with your dog, Chris? Makes me wonder if your doggy has a spirit friend. So let's see.
I've got lots of spirit friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm seeing on here. So I'm seeing I'm seeing a lot of small spirit animals with them. Like a lot of them. There's like 4 or 5 of them, and some of them I kept seeing rabbits with them, and they're kind of zooming around him. I got the Rainbow Bridge, so these are animals that are crossing over. So they're telling me that there's some sort of portal in your backyard, but it's animals just coming through, like little, especially small animals coming through. I'm getting rabbits. I'm also getting like turtles. I'm seeing a kitten, another dog, a couple other dogs. And it's just all these animals are coming through. I also got Dagaz. Dagaz is the rune of... So here's a rainbow bridge that connects the spirit world, the physical world. And this is Dagaz. So Dagaz is a rune of light, awareness, spirit. This is the light and the dark. So again, the spirit world and material plane coming together back there. And I also have Pertho, which is the die cup, And the die cup is just indicating here that whatever animals that want to come through, they're coming through. So you have some sort of portal in your backyard, and these animals are coming through. I've been told it's opened up, and it's driving your dog nuts because animals are coming in and cupping in and popping out of there, and he's trying to figure it all out. And those are his new spirit friends coming through.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. Next up, we have, let's see here. Hi, Grace Mary. Tell me, is my ex regretting our breakup?
Oh.
Take out the papers in the trash, or you won't get no spending cash. Oh, Lordy.
Okay, so is my ex regretting our breakup? So the first rune I got is Sawilo. Sawilo is a rune of success. So I'm not getting the sense of their regret. I'm getting the sense of the opposite. Like they're happy it's over with. The next rune I got is Iwas. This is journey. This is travel. And I got that this person is looking forward to travels, but like a vacation or something like that, like they just going off and taking somewhere and been putting off, and they're going to go. And the last rune I got, this is Yara. So Yara is harvest. It's also prosperity. So it looks like your ex is going to be wandering off and having a good time and is happy the relationship is over.
That's awful. All right, next up, Michelle. Come on down, Michelle. Nice to have you. All right, Michelle, I'd like to have a general
Well,
reading, please.
yeah, we don't want to wish bad on anybody, even if they are somebody you didn't get along with, and you just move on. Okay, Michelle. Okay, anything I can do to help with that then, or help them acclimate if they are meaning no harm? Actually, with that, what I just get the impression, Chris, that your dog understands you better than what you think. And you could just talk to him like a person and say, look, these are just spirit friends that are coming through and they are just visiting. Okay. They don't mean you any harm. They're just visiting. And they can, you can welcome them to come play with you, or you can tell them that, if you don't want them there, you can come back in the house, and hang out there and let them play out there in their spot. But that is for them, and you can just talk to your dog just like a person, and I think he'll get the gist of what you're saying.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, and who am I doing a reading for next?
Michelle.
Michelle. Okay, Michelle. Michelle. So the first rune I got for you, Michelle, I got is Tiwaz. So Tiwaz is a rune of victory, a promise of oath. It's also pointing to the North Star. And I'm being told, I'm being shown like you with a wound and like standing your ground. So you see that in the tarot, that's kind of image where you see somebody standing their ground after an injury or after something terrible has happened, but you're not hurt so bad that you're not still standing your ground. And I get, this is the image I get with that. Like you get like this warrior image, like I'm standing my ground. I've been hurt in my past, so I'm standing my ground. The next rune I got is Gabo. So Gabo is a rune of gift. It's also giving, receiving. And I'm being told that there's good news coming for you. And I've been told that it's been a long time since you've had good news. So this is something unexpected. You're not expecting good news to come. The next rune I got is Feyu. So Feyu is money. So when I see this rune, I actually feel like a little bit of money is being freed up for you. Okay. And it's going to be good. It's going to be a blessing. And it's just an unexpectedly good blessing that is going to happen for you.
That's awesome. All right. Next up, Dow Dow. Come on down, Dow Dow.
Dow Dow. Let's see, let's put these guys on. Dow Dow. So let's see, Dow Dow, what the runes have to say for you. So I got Gabo again. Gabo meaning gift, an exchange of energy. And I'm being told down that there's a gift that's like bubbling up inside you, is the impression I'm getting. It's like something is coming and being developed within you. The next rune, I got Feyu again, which is money. But I'm also getting the impression of this rune. It's like it's not just money. It's like something developing that kind of pops up out of nowhere. It's just like, boom, here it is. Here's this new gift that I've been given. And I see the color yellow associated with it. So that may be that's the ray of energy that's coming from. So yellow being joy, being power, but also being kind of the solar energy. Next rune, Sowilo. Sowilo, I just said solar energy, and look who comes up, Sowilo. The sun,
right.
the ray. So it feels like this is a new ability or a gift that you haven't expressed yet, and that is being developed, and it's going to pop up, and you're going like, wow, what that is, and then you recognize it.
Interesting. All right. Next up, we have Kathy.
Kathy. Okay, what the runes say, Kathy? Kathy A. Okay, so the first rune I got for you, Kathy, is Iwa. So Iwa is the rune of journey, of traveling. I feel like you're exhausted. I feel exhausted. It feels like you've been running around so much, you're just tired. But this rune is telling me it's like there's a rest that's needed. It feels like you've done so much traveling, you've worn yourself out. The next rune, this is Uru, so this is strength. And when I see Urus, it means there's a time for healing that needs to be addressed. So I'm being told to be still and give yourself time to rest. As much pause as you can to rebuild your strength, rebuild your reserves, to recuperate. Next rune is Pertho. So Pertho is the die cup. It's the future. It can also be taking risk. And I'm getting off of this. This rune is telling me like the future is in your hands, and to visualize your future before you act on it. So, but the recuperating is most important there, and then visualize what you want and then act on it. Hi, Brian.
Cool. Welcome, Brian Barber, to the show, everybody. Nice to see you there, Mr. Barber. Yes, Brian, nice to have you. All right, next up, Nilda. Nilda says, this morning I experienced a weird feeling. Well, I was walking away into my living room. It felt like I was walking through a door. I didn't see it, but it felt like it did. What message do you have for me, please, and why?
Okay, Nilda Gonzalez, let's just ask about that doorway and what's kind of going on there. Okay, the first image that came into my head was there's like a native woman, an elderly woman that's trying to get a hold of you, a spirit woman. The first rune though I get is Langoose. So Langoose is water, it's flow, it's energy. And this woman is coming through for you. She's actually coming through, and I see her coming through, and like there's some sort of white energy around her. It's almost as if like she's walking out of clouds, and she opened the door there. But I keep feeling rain. For some reason, I'm feeling rain, raindrops, drizzling rain with this, and this is a water symbol. So she comes through with that. And that rain that she may be coming up may have something to do with the name that she's coming through with. There may be some association with the rain in her name. The next rune I got is Isa. So Isa is the rune of ice. It's stillness, it's patience. And I'm being told to honor that area as a sacred space. Simply because that is being made a sacred space right there, since this woman is coming through with the message, and it feels like she's a spirit guide and she wants to come through with important information, important wisdom she wants to go ahead and disseminate to you, but to honor that as a sacred space and just let them know that only those that are there for your highest and best good are allowed through. Okay. And then the next rune, I actually got two runes here that came out of the bag. For some reason, I got two different kind of runes mixed together. But I got Wunya, and then which is fresh start, new beginnings. And I got this is Othala, which means this is the mother goddess. This is honor, DNA, family, history. And I feel like this woman is passing on information to you, so that she's almost embodied. She's embodying that ancient feminine wisdom, and she's coming through. This woman, I see her coming through. She looks like she has some very long hair. She's very, very elderly, and she has a broad face. She wants to come through with the message. She wants your permission for her to get your permission from you to speak out loud what that message is for you.
Very interesting. All right. Are you ready for this one?
Mm-hmm. Let's see, bring it on.
Mary.
Mary, okay.
Mary, Mary, why you bugging? And a little bit of run dancing here, ladies and gentlemen.
See what we got from Mary. First rune I got is algae. So algae is the rune of sanctuary. And what I'm getting off of this is building a sanctuary from the inside out. It feels like you need to go and remember going to a sacred space in the spirit world within yourself and make sure that you build it. And I keep seeing a pyramid as being integral to that sacred space there, a sacred private sanctuary there. And the next rune I have is, this is Nadi. So this is the rune of tightness around the chest. It could be stress, but it also could be emergency, survival, it could be love. And I feel a little bit of tightness. It feels a little stress. So I'm feeling there's a little bit of stress going on with you, particularly in the chest area. Like I feel tightness in my chest. The next rune, this is Burkana. So Burkana, and I'm being told to be gentle with yourself. And also to evoke more of the feminine, divine feminine energy in your spiritual practice. Oh, and look at Dao. Dao says, if time allows, this morning I dreamed I was having baddies, and so nothing. I woke up. Anything? Okay. All right. And then Nilda says, that's my grandmother on my father's side. She was, okay. Yeah. Oh my goodness. That was her grandmother on her father's side. She was tending. Okay. Awesome. That is wonderful, Nilda. That's great.
I want to say hello to Tracy Inman. Remember, he was part of the Bigfoot Outlaw family, and he's live from Key West. Welcome, Tracy. Hopefully you're having fun. All right. Here's the next one up for you. Eric from South Australia.
Wow.
Or Elizabeth, sorry. I can't see with my glasses. Elizabeth, sorry, Elizabeth.
All right. So we have from South Australia. Let's see what Elizabeth, what the runes say with you. So the first rune I got is Feyu. So Feyu is, when I see this, it means money. It also represents cattle, as this represents cow, because that was the unit of money. I'm seeing money, but it seemed like I'm being shown that it's being handled very carefully. It's like you're watching it like a hawk. It's like you're watching its every move, is the impression that I'm getting off of that. It doesn't feel like you have a lot to worry about, but there's more anxiety about it than there needs to be. Okay, so the next rune I got is Ansus. So Ansus is wisdom, and particularly speaking wisdom. I'm being told have the wisdom to know the difference between acting in fear and acting wisely. Okay, so between caution and wisdom, act with wisdom as opposed to out of fear. So especially when it comes to finances. I'm not giving financial advice, but this may be one of those things. If you have anxiety about money, to seek a financial advisor, a professional, right? So they might be able to help put some of that at ease for you. The next rune I got, this is Yara. So Yara is 1 year, but it's also prosperity and harvest. And I've got the impression about thinking about retirement. So thinking about retirement planning is what I'm getting off of this. Again, I'm seeing money, anxiety, the future about it, and retirement. So the runes are saying this would be a good time to think about your retirement and think of it coming about from a position of wisdom rather than anxiety. And that's when you should seek a professional.
Absolutely. That's really good. Dow was like, hey, got a question here. This morning I dreamt I was having a bad anxiety. So naturally I woke up with that anxiety, right? What you speak, you can put into existence there. Anything going on, or do I need to be concerned about? Thank you. Well, I would not drink before you go to bed or eat any fatty foods. That's the start.
All right, now. So let's see about your anxiety dream. And so right away, I'm being told, is this a collective anxiety? This is not you. You're picking up on a collective anxiety. Right, so the tensions that what people are over the world are feeling. Because the first rune I got is Wunyo. So Wunyo is the rune of joy, fresh start, new beginnings. This is indicating that this anxiety isn't coming from you. This is something that you're picking up. The next rune I got is Manas, which is humanity. Right, so all of humanity is like focused on this anxiety. There's a lot of economic stress. There's a lot of, war going on. There's a lot of political tensions going on. You're just picking that up and it's coming through that anxiety dream, right? It's because it's in the collective. And the next rune I got here is, this is Feyu. So Feyu again, cow, cattle, but money. And it feels like you're fine. It's just that you're picking up everybody else's anxiety. That's where that is coming from. That was your dream coming from. It was from the collective consciousness as opposed to your own subconscious or spirit around you.
Very good. Very good. Next up, Crafty. Come on down.
Crafty. All right, Crafty. I urge to grab these guys. These are my bloodstone runes for Crafty. So the first rune I got for you, Crafty, this is Ilangu. So this is the rune of flow, of water. What I'm getting on this is like, I feel like you've been kind of out of sorts. It's like you feel like you get into a flow of things and all of a sudden you're not in the flow of things. Then you get back into the stream of things and all of a sudden you're kicked out. I'm getting the impression is that it just feels like you're losing focus. It's like you feel focused and it just feels like your energy is out of whack. And this might be a call to meditation. So I'm being told to remind you to help get back into that swing of things and to stay in the flow, get back into a meditation practice, especially watching your breathing. The next rune I got is Burkana. Again, Burkana is the protection, but this is the feminine. It's like the divine feminine. Okay. What I'm getting off of this is be more kind to yourself, be more relaxed, focus on breathing, more of passive work rather than active work, which means like yoga rather than strenuous exercise. Deep breathing, rather than, some other alternative, like going out for a really heavy, strenuous run and stressing yourself out. So more about relaxation, contemplation, focus, and breath to help you get back into the flow of things. And the last rune is blank, so I'll draw again. Pertho. Pertho's been coming up a lot, so this time with Pertho, when I feel this with you, with Pertho, the die cup, I'm feeling like your luck has not been the best, but it is going to turn around. So just give it time. Just give it time when it comes to luck.
The one and only Virgil from Manchester, England, swings from the lights in his underwears with sheets. I don't understand why he does that, but welcome. Joey says, I think I stay awake around, Joe, you did stay up late with us at the cemetery. Crafty says, I've been having heard an empty feeling. What does that say?
I've been having an airhead empty feeling.
Oh, okay. That's terrible. It really is. I don't have my laptop charger with me, so that's all of it, ladies and gentlemen. Angela, that was man, you went through them quick tonight. That was a good show. What do you think, guys?
Oh, I loved it. Everybody else loved it here?
Yeah, and I'm like, make sure, ladies and gentlemen, that you follow Angela and reach out to her. She does all kinds of stuff. Brian Barber says, hey, do you have time for me? Absolutely, Brian. We'll let Angela do you.
Sure, Brian. Wait, Brian, we'll get you in here. Brian, okay, Brian Barber. First rune for you, Brian, I got Ingwas. So Ingwas is the rune of the male. This is fertility. This is spring. This is protection. I'm getting more of, I feel like you have some anxiety there and you're wondering, when am I going to get secure? When am I going to get that place where I could actually call myself financially stable, secure, and everything as well. And I got Urus next. So this is a call for fortitude. It's coming. Just have the fortitude to endure. So take that deep breath. Take care of yourself. You'll get there. The next rune I got is Iwas. So Iwas is journey. I'm being shown and I'm being felt like there is a period of peace and relaxation is coming. It's coming kind of a slow train, like a slow train coming down the tracks, but it's coming. So just have that fortitude. Just have patience. You'll get there.
I see the train coming around the bend. I haven't seen no sunshine since I don't know when. All right. Curtis is like, hey, Chicken Man's here. Chicken Man wants me. So, all right, Curtis, I'll let Angela do you one.
All right. So once, okay.
Virgil!
You're
gonna get us whacked. You know, more people died underneath the Clinton administration than anybody in U.S. history. You don't want to see grizzlies swimming in the river, do you, with the fishes? What's wrong with you? Anyways, go ahead. Curtis, what's your rating?
Okay. And he saw what Brian said. Brian said, you had no idea how exactly right you are with conversation I had today. Thank you for the confirmation. And then we have Joey, or who else am I doing? Virgil?
No, you're doing Curtis.
Okay.
Curtis, Chicken Man.
Chicken Man. Okay, I remember Chicken Man. Hey, Curtis.
He's the one at Salt Fork that hung a damn chicken in the tree.
Come on, Runes. What do you got to say about the Chicken Man? Curtis the Chicken Man.
Hey, and the damn thing took it. Bigfoot took it. Bigfoot took the chicken out of the tree. I swear to God. You can't make this up, ladies and gentlemen. You really can't. And Curtis didn't know what happened. Go ahead.
The first rune I got is Naughties. So Naughties is the rune of, it's supposed to be two sticks being rubbed together to start a fire in case of an emergency. But I'm being shown the context of you being more outdoors than indoors. It's like being called to the outdoors a lot. It's just what I'm getting off of that. The next rune I got is Iwas, which is journey or trip. To go ahead and make that trip. Again, I feel like there's a calling for you. Like you feel like you're being called back out. And the next rune I got here is in Burkana. So Burkana being the mother goddess. And I'm being told that whenever you go back to the woods to honor and respect, because those woods out there do have spirits that are there to protect the land, and just to honor and respect that when you go back out.
Curtis, do not ask any questions. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. It's been wonderful. Thanks for the last, Curtis, also AKA Chicken Man. Be careful how we say that. You may get the wrong idea. But anyway, Joey, Crafty, Dow, Chris, everybody that's tuning in. Godspeed and have a good night. And from coast to coast around the world, catch you on the next show. Bye-bye.
See you soon. Bye.